Hey friends, welcome day 19. Here we are. I swear, April is just flying by. But this week is Earth Week. Just a gentle reminder that Friday is Earth Day. So don't forget. And I hope you're doing something fun and nature related on Earth Day. I will be teaching 2 workshops on how to make flowers out of single-use plastic in New Jersey at South Mountain Reservation. But I'm here right now to do my little stitch along. Thank you for those of you who are participating in my stitch along project. I've been reposting, and I actually started the gallery page on my website. It's live. Those of you who sent me photos of your stitch along artwork, it's on there. So if you got more, send me more. I'll put it on there now that I've got a gallery going on there. All right, so today, those of you who stitch on a machine probably know exactly what this is. It's my little needle thingy-majiggy. I broke it apart, and I'm just going to do some little decorative couching on it. So here we go. All right, I am going to reverse my camera. And here we go. All right, so this is what I've got. Here's my little plastic bit, my plastic piece. And here is my little container for sewing needles. This is what this is. I had sewing needles here that I used them up, and the container was all in place. And then you pulled it out like this, and you pull out the sewing needle. So I pulled it apart, and now I have 2 parts. And I want to do just something very, very simple. I'm just going to stitch them on like this. Very simple. And I have this fuzzy yarn embroidery thread that I've been using up. So I'm going to do, let me do this one first. So I'm sort of just centering it on there. And I'm just going to do a little decorative couching. Just kind of going to wing it here. So I'm going to take a stitch through this sort of narrow part first, because I feel that's going to hold it in place best. And then I'm going to take a few more stitches right along. I think I'm going to take a stitch here and a stitch here. And that is actually already enough to hold it in place. But I think for the fun of it, I am going to do a little weaving. So I went on the corner here, and now I'm going to go under this and through that. And now I'm going to take a stitch here. And then I'll go take a stitch back the other way. And this time I'm going to go under this, over that, and under this. Now, over and under, the basic weave. That's what that is. So, and then I'll go back in here. And now, I think I'm just going to tie this off, and I'm going to use this stitch here to pull through and make a knot through here. And hopefully that will be enough to hold things in place. And then I'm going to stitch on the next part, the clear plastic bit. And let's see where to go. There it is. So I think I'm going to do it backwards. I don't know why. But here, let's be different. Let's do a diagonal stitch. A diagonal couching stitch. Because, well, why not? So this is very simple. I guess you can call it an abstract composition. I'm not sure what you would exactly call it. But it's just a very simple composition. Just 2 rectangles, one on top of the other. Rothko did that a lot. Not that I could ever compare myself to him, but I'm just making it a little more fun with this stitch. So it's not holding in place very well just yet, but let's see. Oh, I don't quite have enough thread for this. All right, so I've got this, and I think I need to tie this off before I can do anything more elaborate to it because I don't have enough thread for that. So I'm going to loop through this again and just tie it off here like this. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to snip that off. And I do have another needle all ready to go. Here it is. So let's see. I'm just going to do some fun weaving here. So I'm going to go through here. And I'm going to go over this and under that. And I'm just going to do a silly diagonal kind of a weave. And I'm not going to make it perfect because, well, as you may have heard me say, it's not about perfection. It's just about the fun. So I'm just going to make this some fun diagonal lines, a little wonky. There they are. And it's just a slightly graphic composition. And I'm just weaving my needle through. And these pieces actually will be quite securely attached because of the weave holding them in place. And the weave is only on the front. On the back, I'm just taking stitches right along the sides here. So this is over and under. So let's see, let's make it wacky. I'll go in here. And then I'll go here. And go under there. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty much it. Now, I can tie this off, and then the question is, do I want to add any more stitching to it? Okay, I'm just gonna tie a knot here. Oh, I think I need to tie another knot. I don't think that was enough. There we go. That feels more secure. All right, let's see. Do we need a little more stitching to make it a little more interesting? I don't know that we do. I know what I want to do. I'm going to make my thread double. I'm going to tie that knot down here. I'm just going to double my thread. Oops, it would help if I tie the knot neatly. And all I'm going to do is take one straight line of running stitches right along the bottom, sort of like underlining, you know? So these little pieces of hard plastic are also single-use plastic because, you know, they hold the needles, and yes, they can hold the needles for a rather long time, but once they did their job of holding the needles and you've used up all the needles, it goes in the trash. It cannot be recycled, and it just goes in the trash. Nothing else can be done to it. So I'm just going to poke right through and make a knot here. So I hope you're participating. Please send me photos. I'll add them to the gallery on my website. And here's my piece for today. Very, very simple, graphic, and that's that. It's all you got to do is keep it very simple. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating with me, and send me pictures just to my email so I can add it to my gallery. Thanks. See you tomorrow.